Did you know when you are breathing, you are actually inhaling elements? The air you breathe is made up of many elements, like oxygen, nitrogen, and argon. Elements are everywhere. They are the building blocks of everything on Earth. Your dog, the mountains, your car, your eyes, and yes, even beer. In this lesson, we will discuss what an element is, how elements are written as symbols, and how they are the building blocks of all matter. An element is a pure substance that cannot be broken down by chemical methods into simpler components. For example, the element gold cannot be broken down into anything other than gold. If you kept hitting gold with a hammer, the pieces would get smaller, but each piece will always be gold. You can think of each kind of element having its own unique fingerprint, making it different than other elements. Elements consist of only one type of atom. An atom is the smallest particle of an element that still has the same properties of that element. All atoms of a specific element have exactly the same chemical makeup, size, and mass. There are a total of 118 elements. Many elements occur naturally on Earth. However, some are created in a laboratory by scientists by nuclear processes. Instead of writing the whole elemental name, elements are often written as a symbol. For example, O is a symbol for oxygen. C is the symbol for carbon, and H is the symbol for hydrogen. Not all elements have just one letter as a symbol, but have two letters. Like Al is a symbol for aluminum, and Ni is a symbol for nickel. The first letter is always capitalized, but the second letter is not. Symbol names do not always match the letters in the elemental name. For example, Fe is the symbol for iron, and Au is the symbol for gold. These symbol names are derived from the Latin names for those elements. Elements are the building blocks of all matter. Matter is anything that takes up space. It includes everything we can see, as well as things we cannot see, like air. Elements are the ingredients that make up the entire world we see. Similar to cooking, the amount and types of ingredients you combine can produce an entirely different result. For example, if you combine sugar, flour, butter, and egg, you get delicious cookies. But if you were to start over and combine just sugar, flour, and add milk, you get a very different result. You get yummy frosting. Just like cooking ingredients, the amount and types of elements you combine can yield an entirely different result. For example, if you combine one carbon atom and one oxygen atom, you get carbon monoxide, a poisonous gas. But if you combine one carbon atom, 3 oxygen atoms, and 1 sulfur atom, you get something completely different. You get chalk. Of course, combining elements together is a lot more complicated than cooking. All living organisms consist of approximately 24 different elements, such as nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, phosphorus, and calcium. These building blocks combine together to form our hair and the bones in our body. Elements also make up non-living things like your cell phone, your video games, and your clothes. In this lesson, we discussed what an element is and how elements are the building blocks of all matter. An element is a pure substance that cannot be broken down by chemical methods into simpler components. Matter is anything that takes up space. There are 118 elements on Earth, and these elements make up the world around you. It includes things we can see and things we cannot see. You also learned that elements are often written as elemental symbols. For example, hydrogen is written as H, and nickel is written as Ni. But the symbols do not always match the letters in the elemental name. For instance, gold is abbreviated as Au,